Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk. I'm your host, Ernest Washington. We have a fantastic show this evening. This is our 10th episode, and we're celebrating our 10th episode at KUHS Radio Denver. Man! How you doing? What's up, Sonoma, Yolanda? What's going on, man? We got a great show. We're live here at KUHS Denver. Streaming worldwide, y'all. We're going to have a fantastic show. I hope you guys got your wine. It is Wine Down Wednesday. I hope you had a fantastic week so far. So again, welcome to Let's Talk. I am your host, Ernest Washington. We got 60 minutes of just great conversation and good old school music. So ease your mind and tune your ears to 60 minutes of Let's Talk. As we travel back down memory lane, having old school conversations while listening to old school music the way it used to be. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's up, Angel? Who we got? What's up, Reed? Reed, it's so good to see you with us this evening. All right, who we got there? Marquetta. We got the troublemaker here today. What's up, Marquetta? Woo, woo, woo. What's up, Mustang Easter? Hey, what's going on? Ree. Hey, and when you guys are tuning in, let me know what state you're tuning in from. And we're going to yell at Talisa, what's going on, sis? Thanks for tuning in. So good to have you guys on my 10th episode, celebrating my 10th episode of Let's Talk. Again, we got a fantastic show. I got my main man. We got our guest in that's going to be on the panel this evening, man. Some of you guys know him, some of you don't. Mr. Todd Thompson, y'all. Yes, he's going to be in the house right now. We're going to talk about some good old school stuff. We might even talk about some girls. No, I'm just teasing. And we got the winner, the troublemaker there, Mr. Henry Archuleta, y'all. He was giving me a hard time before I started off. Henry's trouble. I want you guys to know that. Hey, what's up, sis? What's going on? St. Louis in the house, y'all, to show me state. Yolanda, she's tuning in from Denver, Colorado. Sonoma, where you tuning in at from? Talk to me now. Talk to me. All right. Marquetta, I don't want no problems from you tonight. You understand me, girl? I'm going to send that pink list out. So what's up, y'all? Talk to me. What's going on? What else we got in here? Yeah, STL, McCoy, come on now, Kansas City, Missouri. Girl, you gotta put the state up. I'm gonna send you that pink list. Come on now. What's happening? What's happening, y'all? Yes, Joyce, thank you. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Christina, what's going on, Miss Nicholson Nielsen? I'm calling her Nicholson Nielsen. Christina, what's going on, girl? Allison, what's going on? I love you guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in for our 10th episode of Let's Talk. I'm excited. First of all, I want to thank all of those who have tuned in from the first episode and have been with me, and I appreciate you. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. So check it out. Without further ado, let's get going on. So what's happening? What's happening in the news today? You guys remember Screech from Saved by the Bell. Actually, we lost Screech from Saved by the Bell to cancer. So we like to send prayers out to Screech's family. We know him as Screech from Saved by the Bell. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And we also lost a beautiful actress that's made a really big impact in our lives. And Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson, guys. So we want to send prayers out and love to her family. And I understand that 50% of America is talking about they need to lock Donald Trump's tail up. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's what's happening in the news, and that's what's happening on Let's Talk. So this is what we're going to do. Let's start the topics. Let's get down like James Brown, y'all. So, here's the thing. Topic number one and question number one. I'm quite sure you guys can remember this from right here. On Sunday morning, who had, remember going to church back in the day, on Sunday morning, you had no choice. Marquetta, you remember this. You had no choice if you were going to church or not. You guys remember that, right? And you also had a particular outfit that you had to wear called, come on y'all, church clothes. How many had church clothes? And then when you came home, your mama said, boy, you better take off them church clothes. Y'all remember those? Marquetta had to go to church with some shorts on because she was so bad. How many of you guys remember that one? What was the choice? Here's the choice. Actually, there was no choice, he said. Here's the problem. You had no choice. You were going to school, you were going to Sunday school, you were going to church. Also, you remember you weren't allowed to talk or chew gum in church, the church service. Or one of the ushers, the old ushers, would tell you to be quiet and give me that gum out of your mouth. You guys remember that one, right? You remember how that was. Also, can you go out? You better, and then they had, remember tithes and the offerings used to go around the church? They only had tithes and offerings one time around the church when I was growing up. And now they have like what? About 3 offerings. You got building fund, you got youth fund, you got pastor need new tires, you got the church need a vacation. So there's so much going on, different from it was today. Well, credit. So what do you guys think about that? Number 6. So anyone remember that tithes and offerings were only done once during the church service? You guys remember those? Also, you better not ask an elder for the Social Security number, or you might get hit by the cane, or you might get hit by an old woman's purse. Now, these days, you got people going in and asking for the Social Security number. Now, that was unheard of. That was a personal thing. The church wants a Social Security number. They want your firstborn. You know, I'm thinking church is too expensive to attend these days. Building fund, Marquetta said, nothing never got fixed. You were where you were. I know, right? It was, look, church shoes. You're right, Easter. Y'all remember the church shoes? Oh, yeah. Oh, and you had them Buster Browns. Remember the Buster Brown shoes? You had the Buster Brown shoes. I got my big old head all on the camera. You guys know what I'm talking about. What was that? Sunday school morning services, evening and night services at church. Yes, Sonoma, they had church doing the early morning Bible study. I think they had the 11 o'clock service, and then they had like, what they have, like chicken breaks in the evening. You came back at 3 o'clock, and church lasts about 7 o'clock. And that's them Baptist churches. Now, them Catholic churches, they was in and out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. As the doors of the ladies' bathroom. They had curtains in the bathroom. You guys are terrible. Sunday school, what was that one? Don't forget the revival. Oh yeah. Joyce, remember the revivals? During the summer, they would have what? The church revivals. They have the tents. Remember the tents out there? During the summer, you got them big old mosquitoes biting your butt. Everybody talking about praise the Lord. They was praising the Lord because they was hitting their legs. The mosquitoes biting them. The tent revivals. And you had, what's his name? You had Brother Jones coming from Alabama. And he done pulled up. And Brother Jones coming from Alabama. You had Brother Smith. You had Brother Jones. You had Brother Bill. And when they had them tent revivals, you had about 10 people preaching. And each time one of those guys preached, they passed the pot around. So we said we were going to take love offerings. That wasn't no love offerings. Man, that was pain. Remember how, what was that? Remember when? Remember the good pastors. Remember how the good and the pastors' wives. And that was a Holy Ghost church. Yolanda, now I remember the Holy Ghost churches. Yeah, remember how good the pastor kids were. Now, hey, Cal, thanks for tuning in, man. No, most of the pastor kids was the bad kids. I don't know what y'all talking about, good pastor kids. No, the pastor kids was the wild kids because they knew they could get away with things. What was the other one? What was that? Why the choir? What was that? Why? The choir from the choirs from all of the churches came in, and then you had they would stand up. And remember when they said you had like visitors from the church, and they would stand up and they would give their open Brother Washington is visiting from St. Louis, Missouri. So Brother Washington would stand up there. I like first of all get honor to God and they go a whole line to get honor to the pastor, the first lady. The person they pay their rent to, the man at the grocery store. They was giving honor to everybody. The bad pastor's kid. Now that's what I'm talking about, Veronica. The pastor kids were bad. Also, what was that other one? I dated a pastor kid, and the boy let me tell y'all. A bad pastor kid stood up, what's their way? Stand visitors. Yeah, remember who was an usher back in the day? Who was ushers back in the day? Because ushers took their job serious. Ushers act like patrol policemen. Boy, they stood in there, man, they came on time, they had the little outfit, everybody had the matching jacket, the little bow tie, they had their little usher badge on there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh man, look, it was important to be an usher in the church. You paid your tithes on time. You played your monthly fees. I was a junior. Who was that? Junior usher. Joyce said she was a junior usher. What was that? And Cal, were you one of the Baptist churches, man? Oh wow. Well, anyway, guys, we're gonna move on down to some of the churches today, or many have received a hit from the can by men and persons. So back in the day, there was 10 revivals during the summer. They do not see much of those today. Of course, we talked about that. Some of the pastors would visit the older. But I remember my grandmother when she couldn't make it to church on first Sundays, and they would come. The pastor would come to the house, and he would have the little things look like grape juice, but it's supposed to be wine. You know, you're drinking wine with God's blood, Jesus' blood, and you had the little bread, and it was kind of like some dried up. Some of that stuff was old, and they know good and well it was outdated. They supposed to use that stuff last month sometime. But but you know the kids didn't know no better. They figured they were drinking. We just drink grape juice. We want something to put in our mouth. Because you know you spent out of a grandma's house, you had to go to church. There was no questions about that. Community, yep, community. Yeah, communion. I'm sorry, communion. Yep, $100 or more. No. I remember this right. I remember I went to this church, and I was directing the choir. I was a choir director, and this guy passed. I am not lying. This guy passed the pot around 5 times. And then when he counted the money, God is telling me that somebody is going to bless me with $1,000. Somebody saying to sow a seed of $1,000. And because we got to raise money for the pastor need new tires on his Cadillac. They literally said that. The pastor need new tires on his Cadillac. So they passed that pot around 4 more times. We need to raise $500 more. So they passed it around again. So after they didn't get the $500, then they wanted to make you feel guilty, like the God's gonna not bless you and you ain't gonna wake up the next morning. So of course, folks start pulling out food stamps. Oh y'all, we got something going on. Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me? Everybody hear me okay? We doing this is a new thing for me. Hey, what's going on, Sandy? Thanks for tuning in on Let's Talk. 10th episode celebration. More credit, we would take more than one when they would pass the tray. More credit, yeah, you would do something like that. What was that? Paper stamps? Man, look. You better put some of them food stamps up in there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Was that? We would what? paper stamps. Oh, man. So, anyway, this is a great topic. Look here. Remember the old ladies would sit in the back and they would chew tobacco? And they would have their little cloths and everything. They would put the little, they had a little spit can back there. Praise the Lord, baby. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord, baby. Do you know that one old lady who had them pull-up stockings, and every time she stood up, her stocking would roll around. Through a whole bucket. And we're going to do like Coming to America when they passed the party, took all the money back out. Oh, man. But I'm going to tell you, those were the days. You had your church clothes, your church shoes, and as soon as you got home, you had to take that stuff off. Boy, if you don't get them church clothes out before you go outside, no, you ain't outside playing them church clothes. I've never seen that. You never seen that? The lady with the stockings up, they didn't wear the full stocking. The old lady wore the separate stockings. They would pull them up, and then the legs, they had them big legs, so they would roll them down. It looked like a little rubber band on there, but actually it was their stockings rolled down. Some old lady gonna find me, hit me in the head for talking about that. But anyway, oh, you talking about them ankles, man. Hold on, what was that? Was that first Sunday when all the ladies sit in the front and all of them had white on, and they had the big church hats? Reed said the knee. Oh yeah, the knee highs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Reed. Y'all remember the knee highs? The stockings were wrong. Y'all were the wrong color. More credit, you know you wear them stockings like that today. Quit playing. What's up, Andy? Andy Stokes, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in, Andy. We traveled back down memory lane, man, having some old school conversations while listening to some old school music, man. We're reaching back and we go, it's like when you want to be a kid for 60 minutes, just having a good time, man, compared to what's happening today. This is how it was back in the day. You know what I'm talking about, brother. White hat, white gloves, with their white shoes. Man, look, the church was like a club, but I'm about to put on my best outfit, baby. Go and get my outfit out the cleanest. Don't tell them put no spots on it. Grandma spilled a little coffee on it. Those knee highs was that stock with the with the note side. With a note side. I know. Remember when the old people used to, when they see the little kids, and they give them a little, all the old folks had a big old purse full of peppermint candy. Remember that? They always open it up, put a little peppermint candy in my, because you couldn't chew no gum. The top color stockings. The top color stockings, the toe color stockings. All the old women wear those toe color stockings. I remember that. The knee-high stockings, the toe color stockings. Oh, yeah. Who wore all the black? Remember the real dark, with the coffee colored stockings? Yeah, Easter Sunday was the fashion show. You know what, Cole? Yeah, let me tell you something. Easter Sunday, in that same outfit, you know them kids down the street wore it to school, and everybody knew that was their Easter suit. They would take the jacket off, of course, and put the slacks on with them Buster Brown shoes they got from Payless Shoes. I know Payless Shoes been in business for a long time. Or Kenny Shoes. You guys remember Kenny Shoes, right? That was in there for a long time. Man, they'd like to punch you. No. They were tied their stockings with a rubber and to keep them, rubber like to keep them up. The rubber band, that's what I'm talking about. They were good. They were good days. We stayed at church. Yolanda, we did. Church was fun for us. Church is too serious right now, though, guys. Come on now. Back in the day when we went to church as kids, we played out in the backyard. We played in the basement. Because they had them old house churches, man. And so down there, Mother Jones was cooking them five pies and fried chicken. So you were cool. Y'all run out in the backyard. And if you like a little girl up in there, because I tell you what, I went to church like I like some little girl up in there. That's why I went to church every Sunday. I was going through the summers also, chasing little hot-tip girls. I was praising the Lord and chasing the girls. I know. I'm going to get in trouble. Oh, boy. That's crazy, man. Woo, man, come on now. Y'all quit tripping. And some of the guys on there, you know you was going to church to chase them little girls with their little big legs and little Sunday dresses on. I don't know what y'all playing. Oh, yeah, my mom would buy me Easter hats. Your mom buys me Easter hats, girl. I mean, you still probably have those Easter hats in your closet. Quit playing. Church was fun. Yeah, it was. It was. Yes, definitely. I hope you guys got your wine. Yeah, I got mine here. It's cooling out. You guys got your wine? Those who drink wine, or you got your apple cider, or you got your Kool-Aid. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm in trouble. I know you lying. The Lord gonna get me. No, yeah, he gonna keep loving me. Because I've been a troubled child since I was born. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, I got a message for you guys real quick, if you don't mind. Henry said he loves you guys. Okay. All right. So anyway, this is what's happening, y'all. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go on to, that was a wonderful topic, guys. I know we can go on and on with that. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Hey, Marquetta, you better quit playing. Yeah, I love you too, Marquetta. Yeah, you know, hey, Mustang. Y'all know what Marquetta's nickname is Mustang. Sonia, where you at? Reed. All right, guys, we're going to go to topic 2. And remember some of the great wrestlers. Without further ado, guys, I want to bring my buddy in, man. Y'all ready for my first panel? My first guest on the panel this evening, guys, on Let's Talk. I'm excited to have a man. He's a good brother, man, and he's cool to hang out with. If you guys give a round of applause and show your love for man, Mr. Todd Thompson, y'all. What's up, my brother? Thanks for coming in, y'all.
I'm here.
Y'all say what's up to Todd?
Hey, how y'all doing?
I need to see some hearts. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Y'all say what's up to Todd. Yeah.
So many cameras, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Todd said he don't know many cameras. Todd said, I don't know what camera, baby. So, Todd, we right here, man.
All right.
So, Todd, my question is, man, you guys ready for this next topic? You ready for this next topic? And, come on, man. I'm getting used to these cameras, man. And Henry said, man, move the camera. What's wrong with you? So, guys, our next topic is, who remembers some of the greatest wrestlers from the 60s and 70s?
Oh,
and what about you, Todd? What's some of the...
Man. Back in them days right now, my son used to tell Coco Beware.
Coco Beware?
Remember Coco Beware?
No, I remember Coco Beware.
Coco Beware, if I'm even saying it right. But my son told me about him.
Right.
I should know him, but he knows.
Do you remember Coco Beware, one of the wrestlers, when they said, what's up, Todd? Reese said, what's up, Todd?
Hey, Reese.
Yolanda, only the sexy people. But Rebecca said, what's up, Todd? Marquetta said, hey, Todd, what's that?
How's everybody?
What's going on? Hulk Hogan. There you go, Marquetta. Hulk Hogan. Do you guys remember, Todd? Here's a couple people here. Hulk Hogan. Dick the Bruiser. You guys remember Dick the Bruiser? Remember Dick the Bruiser?
Yes.
I'm going to get used to these cameras. I'm supposed to look over here, guys. You guys remember Dick the Bruiser? Dick the Bruiser. Also, do you guys remember, where's my hold on, let's say Dick the Bruiser, the Crusher.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Crusher? Do you guys remember the Crusher? You remember the Crusher?
They don't know who the Crusher is.
What about Bruce Brandy and Ted DiBiase? Ted DiBiase. See, y'all know what's going on.
They don't know.
You don't remember that? Dick the Bruiser, Junkyard Dog, Kelly. That's right, Kelly. Junkyard Dog. Who else did you say? Okay, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage. Who remember Rodney Robbie? What's his name? Rodney Piper.
Yeah, Rodney Piper.
Rodney Piper. Yeah. What about Ric Flair? You guys remember Ric Flair?
I know everybody knows him.
How many people remember Ric Flair? How many remember Ric Flair, baby? What about Harley Race? You guys remember Harley Race? Yeah.
That's the man right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Superstar Billy Graham. Hey, I thought Billy Graham was an evangelist. I thought he was coming to the wrestling mat. He was going to preach. I thought Billy Graham was an evangelist, man. I said, how you mother going to preach and wrestle at the same time? Who do you guys? The Claw. Triple H. Rick. What's that? Who's that? The Rock. We're talking about this. We're talking about the 60s and the 70s. That's my daughter. What's up, baby? That's my firstborn, Erniecia. What's up, baby? Baby, we talking about, you weren't even born yet, baby. Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah, that's the dude.
Hey, John, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in Let's Talk. We're talking about remembering some of the wrestlers we grew up in the 60s and 70s and 80s. So, who else we got? Yeah, what's that? Who's the other one? Chris, who? Jericho.
Oh.
Chris Jericho?
That's not no 70s or 60s.
That ain't no 70s more Chris. Go and sit down somewhere. Dusty Rhodes, okay?
Yeah, go back to Ricky.
Yeah, Andre the Giant. How many people remember Andre the Giant? Any folks remember Andre the Giant?
They know they gotta know who that is.
Yeah, I gotta remember Andre the Giant. And who else did we miss? Ivan Koloff. Remember Ivan Koloff?
I'll be honest, I don't know.
Ivan Koloff. He was a big Russian. Ivan Koloff.
Yeah. Right.
Remember that one? Who else? We did Terry Funk. Who remember Terry Funk? What we got here? 60s was that Boo Boo, Brazino, Wild Bill, okay, yeah, Chavez. Who else? I know who that was. Okay. And you know who the other one was? Who was the other one? Chavon. Gerald, I guess I'm pronouncing it right. Andre the Giant. We said Andre the Giant, Sheila. Yeah. Marquetta, call me out. One more time, and I'm going. Who is this? Marquetta's a bully, man.
Oh, is she?
Marquetta's a bully. Everybody wants y'all to know Marquetta's a bully. She's been bullying me for 10 years. And I've been making payments, so since the coronavirus, I haven't made any payments, so she's been threatening me. So she comes on Let's Talk and threatens me. Sheila, he died. Oh, okay. Heck, Wickshaw, Jimmy Dragon. Who's that?
Oh, yeah, that's, Dragon.
Jimmy Dragon. Yeah, okay. Who was the other one? My baby girl's on all of that. Hey, baby. Dad loves you. Thanks for tuning in. Playback. Oh, man. So any of the wrestlers, guys, you remember, who was the other? I know, Bruce, what's his name? Bruiser. What's his name?
Bruiser?
Yeah, Dick the Bruiser. I love Dick the Bruiser. That guy was rough. It was Dick the Bruiser and Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog, I will always remember him.
Yeah, and remember Junkyard Dog with the little midget? I don't know if the little midget was full, maybe it was like an Uchiwawa or something. Look, Angel said Uchiwawa. She said Uchiwawa. That's an Uchiwawa.
I don't know what Uchiwawa is.
Uchi Wawa. She said it's not a Uchi Wawa. What is it called?
Man, I ain't even doing that. You got me. I'm about to start calling Chihuahua. Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua. That's what it
I'm
was.
serious. I'm about to start calling it that.
Yeah.
What is that, a Chihuahua?
Hey, Angel, remember that? Uchi Wawa. It's a Chihuahua.
Chihuahua, yep.
Yeah. Who was that? Was that Matching Hat? Sorry, Jess. What was that one? What is this? It's a quill. What was this one here? Yeah. Cha-cha. Yeah, Chihuahua. He used to say Chihuahua. Jeez, the body Ventura. Oh, yes, Jesse, the body Ventura cow. That's right, man. Matching hats. What's up, Christine? Yeah, Christine, we got it like that, girl. You know that. Come on, Christine.
That's that mid.
I gotta look at this camera. He's gonna come in here and throw something at me.
Right. I'm gonna walk out.
The wonderful time. We're live at KUHS Radio, Denver, streaming worldwide. We're celebrating Let's Talk's 10th episode, and I'm having a wonderful time with my guest, Mr. Todd Thompson. For those who just tuning in, I want you guys to stay tuned in because we have my main man, Henry Archuleta. You think I'm crazy? You think I'm crazy? Oh man, this brother here, I don't know. I think he be drinking a little tequila before he comes on. So guys, we're gonna go on to the next episode, episode 3. Topic 3. So it was like, oh my goodness, cha-cha. So anyway, guys, any other wrestlers that we because I'm right here, any other wrestlers you guys can remember that we forgot on the wrestlers that was most popular in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Yeah.
Nobody said Sting.
Sting. You guys remember Sting? No?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to topic 3. How many of you can recall having your first car? Come on, throw some thumbs up. How many of you can recall having your first car? Check it out. And not understanding there was rules to having a car.
Right.
Let's talk to the women first, Todd. So there was such thing as checking your oil.
In the world. You gotta make sure there's oil in there.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, keeping gas in the tank.
Right.
You're keeping gas in the tank. Okay? And this would, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I was in high school, when I had my car, me and my god brother, David Smith, we would travel from the east side to the south side to go to Roosevelt High School. Now, I originally went to Central High School, that's a little closer in my neighborhood, and in my sophomore year, I transferred to Roosevelt High School. So David and I had a 73 Chevy Impala, he had a 71 Chevy Impala. So I would drive for 2 days, then he would drive for 2 days, and we would kind of, throw a quarter up and see who was going to drive on the last day. So we like having money in our pocket. So I'm going to tell you what the craziest thing we used to do. We would have $30 in our pocket, Todd. We put $5 with the gas. And a big Chevy, $5 worth of gas, and we thought we could drive 15 miles there and 15 miles back. So by the time we got to school, we ran out of gas. But we was clean as a whistle, though, brother.
Right.
We had like $20 in our pocket, and we were clean. Okay, so remembering your first car, and ladies and gentlemen, I know, right? Ladies and gentlemen, you have to remember, we thought that putting $3 worth of gas and $3 worth of air in the car was going to get us across town.
And I do miss them days.
That's it, across town running out of gas instead. I would rather keep money in my pocket and show off at school. Have the money in my pocket.
I wonder if anybody remember the little Mustang 2 I had when I used to go to school.
Todd said, any of y'all know Todd remember the Mustang 2 he would have going to school. Any of y'all remember that?
Not the real Mustang, the little girly Mustang. My dad bought me a $400 car after I worked a full summer. I come back and I get this little red Mustang. I said, all right. And it lasted for a whole week. Broke down right down the street from where we're at now. I was like, all right. Yeah.
That's crazy. So check this out, y'all. Also, experience with my first car. I thought I could just drive the car, didn't get an oil change, never checked the oil, and I remember I was all dressed up. I'm going to check out this girl I just met in high school. You know, I'm traveling. I was on Grand in St. Louis, Missouri, going on the south side, meeting this girl. And all of a sudden I heard this tick, tick, right? And I kept driving. I had the heat up, man. I was all clean.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, man, bam, the whole lifter came out the engine.
Do a ride.
Do a ride. So ladies, check your oil. Check your oil, okay. So that was a lesson learned from my first car. What was some of you guys' experience? What was your experience on your first car? I was 19, Reed said, and had a 78 Dodge Challenger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Reed was rich, man.
All right.
Yeah, Reed got a little rich girl. She's a little rich girl. Marquetta said, no, but that's my new name, Mustang. Marquetta had a Mustang.
Oh, it's
Marquetta had a Mustang. No, Marquetta had that big old LeSabre, knocking over boulders and not putting no dent in it. What was that? Yolanda said, true spoken, I had $100 and I dressed sexy and got the gas, and got at the gas station and filled up the tank. Was that station and filled up the tank? Okay, what was the other one? A Honda Prelude. Oh,
that was a good car.
That's my daughter. That's my daughter, man. She prancy too, you know. You know, she couldn't wait to her buy a car. Her little boyfriend got her car. Yeah. Isha, I know that's right. No, I had an Audi. Marquetta had an Audi. Marquetta rich too.
She rich, I was gonna say.
Yeah. Marquetta been a pimp all her life. Marquetta, you were a pimp all your life, wasn't you?
Straight
She was bullying people. I'm telling you, man. She was bullying.
Nickname her Debo.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her little Debo Mustang.
Oh, no.
Who else had what was your first car, and what was some of the things that you didn't know about having your first car, your maintenance? You catch a lot of flats? Did you guys drive around with ball tires?
Yep.
How many of you guys drew well, Reed probably had, you know, Reed was rich. He was a Cosby kid. Ain't that right, Reed? Reed gonna get me, man, I know. Reed, were you a Cosby kid, baby girl? Bailey had a Saturn.
A sad, ooh, no.
She was saving the earth.
Okay, all right.
Bailey was saving the earth,
Yeah, wasn't that
you know,
made out of
the environment. Bailey gonna throw a punch at me. Bailey was saying, some of these folks had money. Christina said she ain't had no car, she had a two-wheeler.
Hey, I did have a bus pass back in the day.
The timing belt broke. Bailey said her timing belt broke.
Is that on the Saturn?
That was on, I think she had I think she said a Audi.
Oh, so she got
I forget what she had. A Suzuki. Cal said he had a Suzuki. And he said, my little brother abused his car. Poor man, I'm sorry, brother, I'm sorry. Marquetta said, no, Todd, don't. Marquetta said, no, Todd, don't.
I will not involved.
All right, Suzuki. And what else? No, I had dollars and got a full tank of gas. She said, oh, she had dollars and got a full tank of gas. What else? Any other cars? How many of you guys, what was that? Remember when they had the timing belt, that ball tires,
right.
Tune-up? How many of you guys knew that your car needed a tune-up at least back in the day, every 6 months, every year?
Shoot, I don't know, not back then. I think every year or two I didn't get no tune-up.
Yeah, you guys remember that one, right? Junkyard. I remember was that a Gremlin.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Christine had a Gremlin.
I'm waiting for somebody to say they had a Pace.
Who had a Pacer or a Pinto? Anybody had a Pacer or a Pinto?
I saw a lot of them back in high school.
Anybody had a Pacer or a Pinto? You guys remember that? A Pacer or a Pinto?
I mean, Mustang 2 is.
I had a 2. Yolanda, a rich girl. She had a 280Z.
Yeah, she rich.
Yeah, you're not at a 280Z. Yeah, excuse me, boo-boo.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, Marquez said, now y'all know Mr. Buick. Ernest had a bicycle with a basket. Marquez, that's okay. That's cool. No, I didn't have it. I had a big wheel. Excuse me, I had a big wheel. I had a big wheel, girl, and I had like, I had a big wheel with a little bit of reflectors on the side. I had a little boom box.
I did that with my
man.
We're in the same year. We're in the same category.
Yeah, Marquetta hating, man.
Yeah,
She just hating, man.
I don't want to start with her. She started saying me like she had told me don't.
I said, no, I learned to drive a stick early. Yeah, Sonoma, I didn't know how to drive a stick until I moved to Denver, Colorado when I was like 22 years old. Was that kid down the street had a Volkswagen Bug, Kyle said, and had to keep your feet up going to the beach because the floorboard was all rusted. Most of those Volkswagens, Kyle, actually, most of those Volkswagens, the floorboard rusted out.
Garbage, yeah.
Oh yeah, Bailey said Saturn was okay. High school, just glad I wasn't on the bus. I know that's right, Bailey.
I was on the bus.
Hey, Bailey, honestly, I would have drove that Saturn too.
Oh shoot. And who had a Geo?
Who had a Geo Metro, y'all? Who had a Geo Metro? And then still learning to drive a stick. Marquetta said, Marquetta said, I'm still learning to drive a stick. Marquetta, God, man, I drive a stick. I drive an 18-wheeler. Tell her, Angel, I could drive an 18-wheeler. Y'all better quit hating. Oh, man. Hey, are you guys having fun? I know you're having fun because I'm having a fantastic fun. My man Tom's hanging out with me over here. And we are kicking it, man. What we got? Okay. I have another one for the cars. Marquetta probably know about this one, Todd. And see if Todd know about this right here. How many of you back in the day used to take house speakers and put them in the back of the window of your car because you couldn't afford the nice sound system?
I sure did.
Marquetta did.
I sure did.
You guys would take your house speakers when your mama went out and you gonna get your bedroom and put them big old house speakers on the back window of your car so everybody can hear you. I had a little Chevy Chevelle, Sonoma said. I can drive 13-wheeler bus whenever you put. You let me know you can't, girl. Quit playing. 13-wheeler. She said 13-wheeler bus. I can't even see. I need glasses. 18-wheeler bus. Whenever you put in front of me, I can drive. Okay. Can you drive a two-wheeler bicycle? Yes. Wear them up. Wear them up. Wear them up. God said you used to wire them suckers up. How many of you guys had speakers in the back of the window of your car? Yeah. Come on now, I know my quarter had them little open and play speakers. Right. Them little open and play.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you just, Hey, I used to clean up my Christmas lights, my mom's Christmas lights, and hook them up to the speakers so they go with the beat. Man, you talking about a double butt whooping? Speakers and ain't no decoration.
Wow, man. Now I just use my boom box. Marquetta said she just used a boom box. She said she used a boom box.
A boom box in the car? Yeah. I went there too.
Yeah. Marquetta said she used a boom box. What was that? I just used a boom box and said I couldn't drive. What was that one here? No, I just used a boom box. I got a trick.
That's a trick.
You got tricks.
Who's that?
I got tricks. Okay, you not going to catch a fade.
Oh wow! So quickly.
We're going to catch a fade.
Wow, man.
Hey Reed, did you put some speakers in the back of your vehicle so everybody can hear you jamming, girl? What about you, Angel? Sonoma, what about you? Any of you guys? Oh, yeah. We used to put speakers in the back of the car. I had my 70, I had a 74 Chevy Impala.
All right.
Yeah, and I would take those big speakers, and I put small ones. I thought I was too cool. I didn't want to look too ghetto.
Right.
So I put little small speakers in there, and I was driving down the street. I remember I stopped at the Walgreens, and my car was walking down the street, man, and jacked my speakers out my window.
Wow. Man, send me a picture so I want to run across this.
Oh, man. And they just said, no, she didn't do that. Nah.
That's the same.
Yeah. She said, you too. No. Marie said no. Okay, guys. Well, look here. We're going to go down to topic, and we're going to talk about what we talk about. What's our next one here?
3.
So here's the thing, guys. Some of the things that we did growing up, man, was fantastic. You know, going to church, having the tent revivals, and having those cars, man, with the speakers in them. Remember those walkie-talkie antennas? Used to stick in the back.
Yeah, I got what you're saying now.
Man, it was fantastic, man. But look here, guys. Hey, everybody say, what's up, Tom? We love you, man. Thanks for coming in, Tom. I appreciate you, man.
Much love.
All right, brother. All right. For sure, man.
Appreciate it.
Y'all say, see you, Tom. Show some love, y'all. So on our next thing here, guys, we're going to talk about, we're going to celebrate Black History Month, honoring some of the greatest singers and actors and songwriters. Without further ado, I'd like to invite my main man. I want everybody to stay up at home, and I want y'all to toss y'all drinks and everything. I want you, my man, Henry Archuleta.
I'm not going to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm totally friendly.
He's between the phone call.
This is what girls go through. I'm supposed to be here with you. Hold on. No, really. I'm not with Ernest.
Someone's looking for Henry, guys.
No, really. He's talking about cars.
So everybody said, I love you, man. All right. So Henry.
Here's your time. Tell me how you feel.
Look, I feel fantastic, man.
About the cars?
About the car.
I had a Chevrolet.
What you have?
Chevrolet.
Henry said he had a Chevrolet.
Legs. And I moved up to a Lexus.
Oh, Chevrolet and Lexus.
And then I had the best siphoning hose and gas cans. The neighbors. Gas. You guys don't know nothing. I was stone cold ghetto, and I still am.
Henry.
If she... Hold on.
Henry's here.
No, I'm talking to Ernest right now.
Oh.
Yeah?
I told y'all, hear people.
Ernest what?
Hear voices, y'all. Hear voices.
Let's get serious.
Y'all show some love for Henry Archuleta, y'all. Come on now. Throw some hearts up for Mr. Henry Archuleta. Let's show you all that love, Henry. So, Henry, this is a great topic I think that you can help me with.
I like the serious side of you.
So, I know, right? Here's the serious side of everybody. So we celebrate a little bit of Black History Month. February is Black History Month, as all you folks know. Where black folks get a little bit of celebration.
You mean I'm going to
So, we got something, and I want to celebrate something, honoring some of the greatest singers and actors of our time.
Like Ernest Washington?
Like Ernest Washington. So, you remember Ella Fitzgerald?
Oh, heck yes.
Did you know?
Did I know her?
Yeah,
She called me old? Let's get serious.
Ella Fitzgerald. Ella Fitzgerald, she won. You guys ready for this? I don't know if you guys knew this here. Ella Fitzgerald won over 13 Grammys and sold over 40 million albums. Did you guys know that? Did you know that, Henry?
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows Ella Fitzgerald.
I'm late. Henry told me I'm late, y'all. Did you guys know that? Everybody said, hello, Henry. I said, hi, Henry.
I used to babysit Jesus. Come on.
Did you guys know this? Did you know this? Ella Fitzgerald won 13 Grammys and sold over 40 million albums. Y'all better show some love for Ella Fitzgerald. Come on now. Number 2, Josephine Baker was born in St. Louis, Missouri, my hometown. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No.
How come you didn't know that, man?
I'm going along with
I thought you was Jesus.
This is the script.
Oh, man.
Ernest asks a question, I act like I don't know, and then you come across it.
Yolanda, I know Yolanda, right? Ella was amazing. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Just said, hello, Henry. Hello, Henry. Hey, just Henry's crazy. Veronica said, not Jesus. Marquetta said, hello, Mr. Henry Archuleta. Marquetta's a bully, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you better be careful.
She's already threatened.
Yeah, she already threatened Todd. And you better watch it. She will find your information. She's an FBI agent.
Oh,
She's
that's okay.
Yeah, she will find you.
I'll give it to her willingly.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Josephine Baker was born in St. Louis, Missouri. She was a French, did you know, French entertainer, and also a civil rights activist. Did you guys know that, Henry?
No.
So what about this here? Oh, now come on, Henry. I know you know about, ready? The great Aretha Franklin.
Oh,
Aretha,
yeah.
say, Aretha Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
Aretha Franklin was the first female singer to be inducted into the rock and roll Hall of Fame. She won 18 Grammys. She beat out.
And you know how she rolled? When she got there,
Did you know that?
when she got to the show, give me my cash.
She did.
And nothing more.
She would have in her purse, and she would sit on the piano and give it to her manager.
Yeah.
That's right. Did you guys know about that? She really had.
Yeah, you don't pay her.
Yeah, Aretha Franklin was the first female inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Come on, ladies. Now, that's an achievement. And she won 18 Grammys, and she won more than Ella Fitzgerald.
Wow.
Yeah, and making her one of the most honorable artists in Grammy history.
And she sang at the Lincoln Arts. You know how they have that big show where they honor people?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was in there singing, man.
Wow.
She threw down.
Yeah, and she was also she's considered the Queen of Soul, and at 3 of the presidential inaugurations, Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, and Obama. She was one of those. She was the first lady to do all that. I'm gonna be next. I'm gonna be a male. Do all that. Yeah. Not a bully. My friend said she's not a bully. And Angel said, and my mom, and she goes, and a mom to many. Yes, she was. And I know. Leave her alone. So Detective Marquetta. Okay.
Detective Marquetta.
Because Marquetta's a bully.
Okay, does FBI stand for Female Body Inspector?
Yeah. Marquetta. She's trouble.
Oh.
Marquetta's trouble. So guys, you know that we lost a wonderful actress, Cicely Tyson. A beautiful lady.
Oh, man. 95.
95 years old.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Whoa.
Amazing. One more time. Amazing.
And she went through a lot of garbage just to get
Yes,
through
she
there.
did. Yes, she did. Cicely Tyson, she was a legend, Tony Award winner, Emmy Award winner, actress, and first black woman to receive an honorary Oscar.
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Cicely Tyson won 3 Emmys awards. Also, she, I think I read the same line twice. And so, also, she was honored over the course of her acting career. She was inducted into the Black Female filmmaker Hall of Fame back in 1977. Miss Tyson was the king. She won the Kennedy Center Honor Award, and with the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama.
And that's what I was telling you, the Kennedy Honor Awards, where they go up and they just get down and honor them there.
Did you guys know that? Did you know that? Yes, no, body inspector, okay. Look, we ain't thinking about you, man. American icon, legend, Marquetta, where she was. True icon, yes, she was, Reed, absolutely. I'm going to give you later. Joyce, yes, she was. Thank you so much. Yes, yes. A true icon, yes, she was. We're going to miss her. She was beautiful. And like Henry said, 95 years old.
Oh, my gosh. She did some interviews on TV. Right after those interviews, she passes away. On all the major stations. Yes.
Are you serious?
As a heart attack.
Did you guys know that? Did you guys know about the interview that she did, Henry said?
2 of them.
3 days before she passed?
About 3 days before.
3 days. Did you guys know about that? Anyone know about that? I'm just finding that out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I watched the interview, and then all of a sudden I hear she passes.
Wow.
Like, what the hell?
You know who another person, I mean, it's a little bit different, but what's his name? Forget his name. He made a video about him dying. God, I can't,
You better get that fixed, Ernest.
I know that thought. I know. And guys, they're celebrating some of the, well, Black History Month, that was celebrating some of the black singers and actors. Also, let's go down to the male singers. How about that? Yes. Reset one. Yes, one was on ABC. Reset.
That's right.
One was on ABC. He's slow. He's slow. One was on ABC. Angela, you in trouble. No, I think I got too much of this stuff in the coffee. I don't know.
It's the good stuff that
it's the good stuff. Hey guys, we're going to get through it because our time is about up. We're going to run through some of the great male singers in our time. Nat King Cole, a jazz singer who wrote over 100 songs, and he was also an actor. He was the first Afro-American to host a network variety program called The Nat King Cole Show.
I got to see his daughter, Natalie Cole.
Oh, really?
Live. And it was the pavilions, they called it the City Pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a tent set up behind Pepsi Center.
Wow, I met her in person. And I kissed her.
That just meant...
Forgive me, Natalie, I wanted to kiss you. I met at the gym in California, true story. And Natalie Natalie on TV, she looks like she's probably about 5'7".
She's very tall, right?
No. Natalie's about 5'6", 5'5".
She looked pretty tall on stage.
No, but I
bet
think
she was on stilettos.
Yeah. Most women wear stilettos. The women who are short. Yeah.
Reverse them and,
Exactly.
Especially the Latinas and. I love you. No, where you been? You're a minute late.
So we was in a gym.
Yes.
One of my good friends, she was we flew to California to try to get a deal to do a soundtrack. And Natalie was in the gym, and she was literally probably about 15 feet on the other side, and she was doing these little 5-pound weights. Right, and I'm looking at her, and I was in shock. And my friend said, Ernie, say something to her. I said, I don't know what to say. And so she said, Natalie, hi, how you doing? So we walked over there, and those beautiful hazel brown eyes. Oh, God. And she was I'm shaking, I'm just drooling. And I said,
tongue goes out, and goes, what a cute little puppy.
And I'm over here, I'm like, first I go, I want to say the wrong thing. So I said, how you doing, Miss Natalie? I'm a big fan of you and your father, the late Nat King Cole. I agree, I couldn't even say it right, Nat King Cole. And she goes, oh, it's okay, you're not bothering me. I said, it's a pleasure meeting you. And she looked at me, Henry, and I think she liked me. Because when she looked at me, Henry, she held my hand, she goes, ooh, papi, mama.
And then you woke up.
And then I woke up. I did meet her in California. Beautiful lady, bless her soul. That was my story on Natalie Cole, guys, to let you know I did meet her now.
Yeah, so don't get all jelly.
Also, we want to honor Duke Ellington, a composer, pianist, lead. He's a leader of jazz orchestra. He received 9 Grammys. Also, he was the first one in 1959. He also received the Pulitzer Prize. Pulitzer Prize. You know what that is?
Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah, Pulitzer Prize. Yeah, Pulitzer Prize.
Pulitzer.
Yeah, Pulitzer Prize. Did I say it right?
Pulitzer.
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 Pulitzer Prize. Don't be talking about me, Angel. Pulitzer Prize. Bob what was that, Banner? Okay, look here, Veronica. We ain't talking about Bob no more. She was, more credit, she was beautiful. Yeah, she was beautiful. Also, guys, and last but not least, the one and only Mr. Ray Charles. Now, check this out. Now, this is incredible. If you guys don't know, if you're not familiar with Ray Charles, something wrong with you. Listen to me. Mr. Ray Charles, the late great Ray Charles, he performed at more than 10,000. He recorded 10,000 concerts and recorded more than 60 albums.
Whoa!
He did over 10,000 concerts. Who does that?
Him.
Did you guys know him?
There's a story on him?
Yeah.
I have a movie on him.
I know, I saw it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What they did to him, too.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And he whooped that dude with his money, right? Come on, man. He knew that. 24/7 from the hood.
That was real deal stuff back then. Really, you gotta start doing that.
Boom. 24/7 from the hood.
You try to leave the club and you get beat down.
You get beat down.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to deduct for this. You looked at me wrong.
Man, look, Ray Charles did not play. So again, guys, look, he recorded more than 60 albums, and the man did over 10,000 concerts in his lifetime. The late, great Mr. Ray Charles. Can you guys believe that? Now, here's my plan, Henry. I plan on coming close to that before my time. I want to do at least 9,000 concerts. And I want to record probably about what? I don't know, 20 albums, 30 albums? What do you think?
And that's possible.
What do you guys think? You think I can do it? Marquetta, Angel, Yolanda, what do you guys think? Reed, Sonoma, you guys think I can do it? Sandy, what's up? What's up? How about, what do you guys think? Ray Charles was the bomb. Yes, he was. Good grief. Jerry Fox played him very well. I agree, Marquetta. Joyce, you can do it. Thank you, Joyce. Joyce, I got love for you, girl. Joyce said I can do it.
She has faith in you.
Joyce has faith in me.
Everybody's got faith in you.
Yes, thank you. What about, Reed, you think I can do it? Reed said yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yolanda say, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
This show, Let's Talk, has really garnered some audience.
Well, thank you.
Let's talk about that. Just for a second.
Okay.
You got a second? I mean,
a second.
I'm turning over your show.
No, it's okay.
But this show has got some teeth in it. And this is Ernest Washington's 10th show.
Yes, thank
and
you.
we talked about it. We got on the phone. We talked about it. He says, let's take it over to the studio and launch the 10th show here.
Absolutely.
To see how it goes off. And we used all our little techniques here to broadcast it everywhere.
Right.
Ernie, how do you think it came out tonight?
Well, Henry,
we had fun.
We had fun.
It started out kind of...
We started in there when I was saying, Kush Radio. And then Tyler updated me and Henry said, get out of my studio. What's wrong with you?
He's doing another cut. We're dying
Hey guys, it's been a pleasure, Henry. Thank you for having me. Thanks for allowing me to do my 10th episode.
Let's talk about Let's Talk. Where's it going?
Let's Talk is basically just we're gonna take Let's Talk on the road. We're hoping we can have it back here.
You bet.
At Kush.
And
because guys, we're shooting worldwide, and we're gonna be back here. Henry allow us. We're gonna bring Let's Talk back here at the radio station, and we're gonna go. We're gonna make it big, man. We're gonna travel around the world, right, Henry?
And when this COVID thing kind of eases up, everybody's running around going to do.
We're gonna go live.
Yeah,
We're gonna go outside
and have people come there and
exactly
get on with you.
Hey guys, we're gonna have you come out and go live with us. We're gonna be at the Union Station. We're gonna be.
But we don't want no third-degree bag ladies showing up, though.
Oh yeah, that means my quarter can't show up.
Oh, you're gonna get beat down. And
Hey, no. Thank you so much for my 10th episode of Let's Talk. Please show your love for Mr. Todd Thompson, my guest this evening, and also the one and only Mr. Henry Archuleta. Guys, I'm Ernest Washington. I'm your host, and this has been a fantastic night. And thank you so much for showing your love. I love you guys. Now remember, I do have a apparel for sale. Go to my website. I have all the stuff there. We love you guys. Thank you so much. I love you, Reed. Thank you, Reed. Thank you, Marquetta. Thank you so much. Yolanda, much love to you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Joyce, thank you once again. Yolanda, thank you. Yolanda, show your your little hoodie now. Angel already showed hers, so I want you guys to, when you get your little hoodie and stuff, and Let's Talk hoodie, I want you to make a film. Good night, Angel. Thank you so much. And to all, a wonderful night. Ah, yeah. Without you, there's no me. I appreciate you guys. Much love, as always, and much love to my two daughters that tuned on tonight, Ernicia and Ariel, and everyone in the family. We love you guys. This is an exciting night for me, and we'll see you next Wednesday, 7 p.m. On Mountain Standard Time. Tell someone to tune in to Let's Talk, because we travel back down memory lane, listen to old school music while having old school conversation. As always, peace, love, and